Assalamu alaikum, everyone. In this episode, we're taking you back in time. We touch a few interesting topics such as life under COVID, Hajar's unexpected vacations, Miriam's dramatic experience with vaccines, MBS's toxic relationship with the gym, gems of running a business, mental health, and about a whole lot of funny stuff. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram page for the latest updates.
On this occasion, we would like to wish you all a blessed month of Ramadan. So Ramadan Mubarak and enjoy the episode.
You are now listening to the Ronics podcast.
Hosted by MBS, Maryam and Hajar.
Weekly episodes are coming up, so stay tuned.
Okay guys, so we wanted to speak about...
Oh my god! Great way to start.
So we wanted to speak about COVID, the era of COVID, and how our lives went as university students during that
Cue
period.
the thunder and rain for sad music. Continue.
Yeah, so basically, I guess you were... So during COVID, Hajar was in UCSI, if I'm not mistaken.
I was
And how did that go?
How did that go? Okay, so I started my semester very normally. It was before COVID, right? My semester started in January, and I attended classes, all throughout January, February, and then we entered March. March.
Go ahead.
March was the month of where everyone,
That's when everything collapsed.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Things were never the same after this month. Yeah, actually.
Okay, so including my sleeping schedule. Let's go.
Same.
Lol. Big lol.
So March 18th to be exact.
Same, dude, same. Oh
Bro,
my god.
we were in Malaysia, bro.
I was gonna say March 18th too.
If you guys remember, we had that. It was 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yes.
Where,
Of nothingness.
When literally everything stopped. So
Yes, that was the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, so the uni was like, you know what?
We're gonna take a break for 2 weeks.
Yeah, screw this. We're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
And you guys just mind your own business and don't go out of your rooms
Yes.
for 3 weeks. And after that, everything turned online.
March 18th.
March
People
18th.
ran away. Literally. Continue.
March 18th, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. something like that.
Oh, she got it straight. Okay.
I was in my I was in the living room. I was watching a TV series with my friend, with my housemate, by the way, and we were chilling. And then I received an email from the university. Okay,
Ooh.
I opened the email. Okay,
Ooh.
and I was like, 2 weeks, no university, and it was almost finals. That's the thing. We were during test twos. Okay.
Yes.
We were doing test twos, and I had one course. Okay, one course that was on 2 days later. I had a test for it, and I did not study.
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
I was literally sitting on the couch, and then I jumped literally. And then my friend was like, "What is going on? Why? What happened?" And then she was like, "Dude," I was like, "Dude, 2 weeks. There's no university."
It's like free vacation.
Yeah, that was
Free planning.
literally free vacation. Bro, what? What? And I needed that vacation. I needed that freaking
But
vacation.
the only bad thing was that everybody was scared to go out, which kind of made sense, when you have a disease like that that's spreading everywhere.
Yeah.
Killing people on its way. But, that was a...
The way it started, though, it was very scary.
It was because people didn't understand it.
Actually,
so
I remember back when it started, it was in December. When we saw it in the news.
Yes, it was
When I saw it-
Decemberish. Yeah.
The thing is, I started wearing masks in January. Literally,
Whoa.
my mom forced me to wear masks, bro, in January, and everyone wasn't wearing. Everyone was walking by, there was.
So she saw it coming.
She saw it coming, yeah.
I remember in January, I was back in Saudi Arabia. We had the semester break, the month break. So I went back home, and I remember watching the TV at some point, with the news. It was a week before I leave. Then my mom was like, "Did you see this new disease? I mean, just take care of yourself. Just make sure you don't mingle with people." And I was like, "Okay."
Mothers.
My mom would have never let me travel.
I thought she was just overdoing it, overcaring as every mother does. But then it turns out she was "You're right." So actually, you know what? There's one guy as soon as we came back, he stayed for a month and then he left. He was so lucky. He literally spent 2 years or even more, back at his home. He wasn't in Malaysia. Because when COVID hit, like when it officially hit,
Yeah.
like everybody was stuck for like some a year, some for a month.
3 months.
That was
It
depressing.
was the
You were
worst
stuck
3
for
months.
3 months?
3 months in a room. It was horrible. Yeah, like that was
The thing is,
Kind of, yeah.
you couldn't even meet your neighbors. Like you couldn't
Yeah,
meet
everybody
Yeah.
fled. There were no neighbors.
There were no neighbors, right? Where I was sitting, okay, we were like in a condominium, and
Yeah.
so mostly like our neighbors were Chinese, like and
Yeah.
most of our friends were in different condominiums, so it's like it's a walking distance, you can go to them. But like thing is, at that time, security was very strict about letting.
They wouldn't
people
let you
in.
roam around.
Yeah, they wouldn't like. Yeah, it was very very strict.
Dude, I heard there were like, what are they called? Like the army was like in the streets to stop people
Yes,
from
yes,
leaving.
yes, yes.
Yeah, my
Literally.
friend,
Dude,
yeah.
to travel interstate, it was impossible. It was like almost impossible. So
Yeah, you
imagine-
had to go to like the police station to get
Yes.
a paper and then to cross the state.
Yeah,
But it was still funny though when you look at the videos of people sneaking around in the streets.
I used to sneak around to KLG. KLG was the only form of humanity for me. It was horrible, like that, and that was after the 3 months.
Oh
That's when I started to meet people. Like there were this, like my friend was there, so my other friend would take me with her bike to there, and then the curfew, cause UTM had a curfew of like 10 p.m. I think.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro!
And I would stay there, and then I would have to walk from KLG back to my dorm room at like 12, pitch darkness. That was the extent I went to for human interaction.
But the nights were fun because we were playing.
Yeah, it was fun. We would
Jackbox
like
and Uno, yeah.
play games and stuff, board
Yeah, it was
games.
fun.
Yeah, with all sad international students.
Oh my God.
How did you spend your COVID?
My COVID.
Like the whole.
I mean, I downloaded TikTok. Great start to
Oh my
upgrading
God.
COVID. So during COVID, I stayed in where I stayed at for like 11 months
Oh my god.
before traveling to my home country. So I didn't really stay the 11 months inside home. We usually went out, but it was like very strict, They kept extending it 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Every freaking 2 weeks, they would be like, they would do this, conference thingy,
Yes.
and then they were like, extending for 2 weeks. And I was like,
Yeah.
bro,
Extending the
here we
curfew.
go again. Here we go. Actually, for an introvert, okay, this is actually like a good thing for
It's
an
a
introvert.
dream.
Yeah, it's literally a dream. But for an extrovert,
Horrible
it's
nightmare.
horrible. It was horrible. But like, the thing is, I don't know if I'm an introvert or an extrovert.
You're probably an
It's like-
ambivert.
Yeah,
if you're
probably.
questioning yourself, you're probably an ambivert. I'm an ambivert. Like I don't hate people. Like I am literally fine with speaking in front of thousands of people, but I just prefer being alone sometimes or staying with like max 2-3 people.
Mhm.
I feel more comfortable. But I don't mind being in a crowd. And all
But
that.
doesn't like everyone think the same way?
I guess everybody has a percentage of being an extrovert and an introvert. Like for some it's like 60-40. For some others like 80 and introvert and 20 extrovert.
I love people.
It really depends on the situation you're in and the people around you.
Depends on my mood. Like sometimes, oh my god! During the semester break, the 2 months, like the end of the end of the year last time.
Mm-hmm. Like the
The one we just finished.
we just
Yeah. So because before it, I was an extreme extrovert. During that like 2 months, I was an extreme introvert. Like I literally was like, okay, I'm not meeting people anymore. This is my break from humanity, and I would stay in my room for like a week to only get food. It was amazing. I would like binge watch like Supernatural. I finished like till season 3, like a constant back to back. It was amazing. I was like, yeah.
For me, during COVID, it was actually the time in which I started reflecting on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what is this life you're living? You gotta change some stuff and all that. So it was very insightful, to be honest.
I was going with the flow.
The worst thing is that the gym closed at that time. And like for me,
Is gym rats?
Yes.
Gym is like oxygen for me. So,
Okay.
but fortunately they had the exercise area. So just go there, especially at night, because from at KLG basically when you go to the exercise area, you have that like the sort of barrier, and we could see policemen roaming around.
Oh my god.
They would like look at me, but they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, because you're inside.
Because the only thing they would say is like wear a mask. And like wearing a mask while you're sweating is like the stupidest thing you could ever say.
That's
it's like
true.
you're literally suffocating. It's like you can't breathe.
Yep.
So I was like, I would put the mask for like 2 seconds until they go away, and I would just remove it. Yeah. So there you go.
Life was never the same now.
No, it's never going to be.
It's never going to be the same.
Everything changed.
Everything literally changed.
Even when you look at the regulations that countries instaured in their vicinities, like everything changed. Even the policies themselves, everything is tailor-made so that in case there is another COVID they had, it wouldn't be affected.
Now they have a protocol to know what to do.
Yeah.
Before nobody knew what to do or anything. Now they're like, okay, bring it on.
It's crazy also how like the vaccines.
Dude, how countries
Don't get me
treated-
started in the vaccine.
Bro, the
Don't get
vaccine.
me
You want to know
Yeah.
a fun fact?
You didn't take it?
No, I took it, but okay, so like, I don't know if this can be said online or not, but let me tell you the story of how I got vaccinated. So you've heard about Johnson Johnson.
Yes.
It's like 1 shot. It's not like 2 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that, and then it was very crowded.
Apparently, that's the least reliable vaccine.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Anyways, so I took it. I to be honest, I took it just to like so I can travel to go back to Malaysia, because every month I would be like, when I went back to Egypt, I would be like,
Just like a
next month I'm
vaccine.
leaving you guys. Prepare. I'm leaving
Oh
for
my
2 years. I would say that. Anyways,
Bro.
so I took the Johnson, and then my parents went to get the certificate for like, because I need the certificate to like upload it on the my
Citera, yeah.
So they at that time they were printing the vaccines, the certificates for what's it called? What's the other one? Pfizer? Yeah. No.
AstraZeneca?
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the AstraZeneca. And then so the certificate was written on it AstraZeneca, and my parents were like, no, my parents got the Johnson certificate.
Yeah.
I got AstraZeneca or Pfizer, I'm not sure. Either one.
Where did you take your vaccine?
Egypt.
Okay.
Let me continue.
That makes
So, turns out lady re-registered me in the system to AstraZeneca, first dose. So then my parents went to the guy who was like, I don't know, like the one who was like...
After you had taken the Johnson.
I took Johnson, yeah.
Oh my lord.
But in the system, it was written, I took AstraZeneca or Pfizer, first dose. So then I got an SMS, it was like, come back next week, like after a month, to take the second dose. I was like, mother, what the hell? They're like, it's fine. We talked with the guy, they're just going to print the other one for you and it will be fine because they can't like erase it from the system. I was like, okay, thank you so much. So then after a month, we got the certificate, and then I uploaded the certificates. And then that was turns out it's a very good thing for me, because the people who got the certificate for Johnson struggled a little bit to upload it to the system, because it was not in the list of vaccines.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh my god. Anyways, yeah. Fun fact, when I took the vaccine, my dad was like, ice the like the area so it doesn't hurt, because it gets inflamed and literally the arm like hurts.
Oh my lord.
Pain, and then there was like a clump. So I was like, okay. So then I did that same day at night, no, like AM-ish. Yeah, I was like, I'm dying.
Well,
Everybody in the house was dying.
The worst thing you could ever do is to take the vaccine on your dominant hand. I did that on my right hand. I was suffering for like 2 weeks. I was like,
shit.
this is so dumb.
I think I took it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I should have taken on the left. I don't know for some reason. It just wasn't focused.
Maybe it was right hand. I don't know. Anyways, so I woke up like having all the symptoms of the vaccine, and then because I'm a dramatic sick person, so I googled all the
Sarcasm
side effects.
intended. Sarcasm intended.
I'm very dramatic when I'm sick, so I googled all the side effects of taking Johnson Johnson, and then after reading each one, I'm like,
Checking
oh,
it out.
I'm dying. I'm having the vaccine, and then I to reach my maximum dramaticness, I took my blanket and wore a hoodie. It was hot. Anyways, it was super hot in Egypt. It was this summer thing. Anyways, so yeah, I wore winter clothes and pajamas, took thickest blanket out in the living room on on the couch, and totally covered myself and lived my ultimate sick life where nobody loves me and I'm dying and this is my last breath. And then my parents woke up and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm dying." They're like, "Why are you being dramatic?" It's like, "I'm
Chill.
dying, mother."
Chill.
Anyways, it passed. It was fine.
I mean,
Oh my God.
taking the vaccine was hard and was hard to feel, but then it went on pretty fast.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just one day.
I have a question. Were you all convinced of the vaccine?
No.
I actually was.
I took
Actually,
it so I can travel.
Same.
That's all.
Same.
So I can't say the opposite, but I actually believed in it. I was like, let's just take it, because why not?
My uncle was super
Yes,
convinced
yes,
we're gonna turn into lizards.
What?
Yeah, conspiracy theories and
Love,
stuff.
love.
Yeah.
I would actually receive a lot of those videos from my grandmom, my granddad, and
I don't think he took the vaccine till now. Yeah.
I know a friend that she didn't take the vaccine and she traveled to Malaysia after the whole thing ended. That
Oh my god, amazing.
I know, right?
I know one guy who traveled back home, like the one I was saying at the beginning. He traveled back home before COVID officially hit,
Yeah.
and he came back after all the regulations were cleared. So
Bro,
He's
literally-
living his best life.
I
That
swear to
is
God.
so lucky.
I swear to God. He literally stayed home 2 years and something.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, great.
I wanted to leave after because I spent 2 years of being independent, ultimate independent Mariam,
Yeah.
and then I came back home and was like, oh my god, ew.
Where are they
So
doing
every month I would be like, I'm leaving, prepare. Cause when I went back to Egypt, I was preparing myself. I was going to stay for 2 months and then going back to start first year. Yeah, it was
What a
crazy.
joke.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Best thing about Egypt, they're like, there's no COVID. Nobody believes
Yeah,
it.
no one
People,
believes in
people are
COVID.
literally dying in hospitals, but
Nobody cares.
in another world, in another
Egypt during
Yeah.
COVID was literally another one. No one was wearing masks.
No.
They weren't
To enter
wearing
the
masks.
mall, you have to show the guy the mask.
Yeah, to show the mask, but actually wear it.
No. My aunt would be like, would take it out. From the, it's here. The guy would be like, okay, and then sometimes she would be like, I'm searching for it, and then the guy would be like, yeah, just go. It's fine.
That's messed up.
Welcome to Egypt, I guess.
But I don't think a lot of countries were actually strict on it. Like
Malaysia was the strictest I've ever.
Oh my god, Malaysia.
I've ever seen.
even Malaysia to a certain extent. But look, I think the mask for them is in their own culture. Because up to now, I see my classmates wearing masks. I'm like,
Yeah, that's so true.
bro, what's up? It's
but
over.
that's
What do you mean?
What about your?
Your first Oscar. What about your first Oscar?
Yeah.
Do you get it though? What
No.
about your first Oscar? You don't get it.
No.
Dude, an Egyptian reporter went to the Oscars someday, one of the Oscars, and during the press conferences, she asked Leonardo DiCaprio, "What about your first Oscar?" It was the first time for any Egyptian to go to the Oscars a reporter. Yeah, any Egyptian at all, and she was like, and then Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Oh, what? I'm sorry."
Thing is, there's actually two types of COVID. Okay, there's COVID 2020 and there's COVID 2021.
COVID 2021 was more relaxed and way less rules.
I was in Egypt, so everything was relaxed.
I have a funny story.
2021.
Go ahead.
COVID 2020, I spent it in Malaysia, right?
Okay.
COVID 2021, I spent it in Turkey. And I live in Kuwait.
Oh my god, that's so
And
cool.
I'm from Egypt.
What is that?
So, thing is, when Malaysia like opened the airports, like
Yeah.
finally after
Yes.
like I don't know, a whole year, I guess. My dad was like, we're going on a vacation to Turkey
During the pandemic?
During the pandemic. Okay?
Wow.
So my dad was like, we're gonna have fun. You should come. And then I was literally finishing my degree. Not my degree, my foundation
Foundation.
year. Okay, and I was like, let me finish my foundation year, and then I could travel whatever you want, And then he was like, it's online, right? And I was like, yes. And then he was like, okay, come on in. I was like, okay, fine. I was excited because meeting a family after 1 year.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's
The best feeling. But it wears out really quick.
Yes.
As soon as they
1 hour. It was
as soon
1
as they
hour.
start yapping, you'll be like, oh, just take me back. Just take
It
me
was
back.
1
I wanna
hour.
stay here.
It was 2 to 3 days. And then I was like, I want mocha. Mocha is my cat, by the way. So, technically, we traveled to Turkey. And soon after we traveled to Turkey, Kuwait closed its borders.
Damn.
And Egypt was not an option to travel to. So, we were basically stuck there. We lived there for 6 to 7 months. 8.
Wow.
That's so cool.
I was planning.
And that was not planned because
That was not planned at all.
you were just supposed to stay there for vacation.
I was supposed to go there for 2 months and then start my semester in March.
In 2 months.
And then visa problems happened. UCSI, the papers didn't, work out as per time. And so I missed the March intake. So I had to defer to October intake. So I was like, I have to stay here for 6 months. And then, I also started my own business during that time.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Tell us more about it.
Failed business. I need to.
What was it about? What was it about?
Selling products. That was the most boring experience.
It was like a trading kind of experience.
Yeah, it was mostly dropshipping. Dropshipping was very popular during that time.
I started.
So dropshipping is basically you outsource a product to get it shipped to the customers you want without you having to interact in the whole delivery process.
So example, I would make a website, okay, and put the product, okay, and then they would order it. I would order it from China.
Oh wow!
Because that was the cheapest, order it and then send it to their place.
That's so cool.
That was the easiest.
But have you ever ordered those items for you to see?
I was mostly focused on advertising. So most of the budget went to the advertising and marketing stuff. So I didn't have the chance to try actually any of the products because my budget was tight.
Oh wow! So you were selling products you've never seen, never tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. I started art classes.
But I was negotiating with the sellers, trying to understand.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
It was very stressful, but it was fun. Stressful and fun. Engineering.
I made the whole flyers, a Facebook page. Yeah. And then I went with my mom to a stationery art store to get the art supplies. I was like, Mother, you're investing in this business. Yeah. And then I started advertising. I made a whole Google form and stuff, and the flyers were amazing. I lived my life.
Really?
I made IDs for the kids. It was my cousins and my aunt's friends' kids. Yeah, and my siblings. They were basically paying me to babysit. It was fine. Yeah, I got paid. It's okay.
It's okay. At
Yeah,
least you got
and then
paid.
but then my aunt would be like, next time, and next time, and next time. And then I never got paid for babysitting. And that's how I learned you never start a business with your family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never worked.
But it was a great experience.
Actually,
I could
look,
write it in my CV.
from my own experience, when you start a business, I mean, you could use your family for advices, but do not directly include them in everything you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in decision makings.
No, it wasn't. They were my customers. It was horrible.
Because you're a CEO for a reason. Like, you're the one who's making the decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because they can influence you as well. Like, oh,
That's
I'm your
true.
brother, you should do this instead.
Yeah.
I know what's best. No, you don't know what's best. This is my business. I know what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
That's kind of the approach should be taken, but I guess people are different.
Lol.
I guess being independent and then, like...
Going back to family. Horrible.
The
It's
phase
a
where
horrible
you're being
experience.
independent and then going back to the family part.
Oh, tell me about that.
It's just like...
It's like you're degrading.
Yes. I upgraded and then we go back.
Because like you get to a point where you literally can live on your own, and and like the only reason why you need your family is like, let's not lie to ourselves, but the only reason, it's because of money, because of financial dependency. That's it. But then the moment you start making your own money, you don't actually need them.
Yeah.
So
it starts. We start like knowing that we.
I don't mean it not in a mean way.
Yeah.
Not in a harsh way, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
The thing is, when you go back home and then you start like getting under the rules.
Permission
exactly.
Again.
Asking permission to go out. Oh my god! Because here in the
You don't go out or you don't ask permission.
Because like when you live alone, you literally do whatever you want. Like you take care of your own self. But then when I went back to Saturday, for example, and I wanted to go out with the car and all that, like mom was like, "Where are you going? You gotta ask for permission." I was like,
Yeah, like
come on,
Since when?
exactly. I stayed alone for like a year and something, and I'm still alive, So what are you afraid of,
Oh my god.
But I guess
I like to take the public bus. I had to ask my mom. I didn't even have to ask her. I had to beg her, literally, to like take the bus because like I know the way, right? Because we've been to Turkey like before, but like I had to tell her, Mom, like I know the way. I have my phone. I have internet. Like I'm in the same country, Mom. I was in Malaysia, bro. Like how?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is also like when you're with your family and then you travel and then you come back, things are never the same because like they lived a life without you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So like you're like
horrible.
It's like there's a piece that's not like it's not fitting the puzzle. Like there's something.
Actually, you know what? The first time when I went back, I felt like a different person.
Yes.
Because I started taking different habits, and they weren't matching with the habits of the people of the house. I remember when I went back, my mom was like, "Oh, when you left, your brothers, everybody was crying and all that." So like that made me feel very emotional. But then before I leave, I remember my brother telling me, do whatever. We'll live without you. We don't need you. It's like, oh my bro, bro, okay, bad.
Yeah. Feel the love. The thing is, okay, after like when I went when I lived for 11 months during the first COVID, like when the COVID hit, okay, the first 11 months I stayed outside, and then when I came back, what the first thing my mom told me? She was like, "Why do you look like a skeleton?" I ate, Mom. Okay, I ate.
I was so proud of the weight I lost. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Back in COVID?
Yeah, no, before COVID, like during foundation, because I used to move a lot.
How did COVID affect your body or your?
I gained weight again because stop moving. The thing is, if I move, I lose weight because I was a sports kid. Yeah, I did a lot of sports same time. So when I stopped,
it's funny that you gained weight and I lost, even though I don't move. But I was depressed.
No, because
actually,
I eat.
Yeah, I did eat too. I binged eat.
You remember when you said? You remember when you said there was a difference between COVID 2020 and COVID 2021?
Yeah.
So for me, in COVID 2020, I lost weight.
Mm-hmm.
In COVID 2021, I gained weight.
Same.
Which is kind of weird because, like, in COVID 2020, you were not supposed to move, whereby you're supposed to gain weight. But that's the opposite for me.
Yeah.
I gained them both.
No. I gained weight in 2021 because I was living with my family. So, like, my mom was the one who's making food.
Yeah, then
and I wasn't as depressed as I was, like, in 2020.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Mental health effects.
Dude,
A
we
lot,
would eat
a lot.
maxi.
Actually, the mental state you're in kind of affects the way your body reacts as well.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I've met people who barely eat anything. I can tell you that they eat nothing and they still weigh like 100 kgs, like for no reason. And others who binge eat all day, but because they are in a better mental state,
Mm-hmm.
you can clearly see that they take care of their body.
And mental health does affect.
It does
It
affect.
does.
We just had that talk yesterday.
Oh,
my God,
yeah.
that was horrible. Oh my god.
Bro.
It was not horrible, it was amazing, but like yesterday with the mental health talk, lady's voice was so like calm. She created a whole
She
vibe.
spoke like a mom.
It was a whole
You were
vibe.
in the podcast?
Yeah, I was in. I was in the meeting.
The talk.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Oh my
I was
god. It was a whole like safe space that people said stuff they would never say.
Yeah, that's so
Yes,
true.
yeah.
That's so true.
Oh my
I was
God.
surprised, like.
And then we found out everybody is
Also, there
mentally
was-
ill.
There was this test they made us do
Yeah.
before. How much did you get?
11.
11 out of 13.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
But I think she said it's fine.
I got
As
6.
long as it's low, it's okay. But
Yeah.
when it's high, it's bad. Some guy got like 22.
Bro, some guy got 30.
Yeah, there was a guy who got 13.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a guy who got 13.
There was also a guy who got 1. And I was like,
Yeah.
No stress.
Bro's pretty dead already, and he
Yeah.
doesn't experience life. Like
Yeah.
you can't live a life and
Oh my god.
be on
not
board.
experience stress. It's,
I don't trust that.
it's part of life.
But I didn't understand the grading method because like you had from
Yeah,
2 up
that's
to
why
8.
I didn't trust that.
From 2 up to 8, and like at 6 it was written شو اسمه استشير مدري ايش. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
why?
It's
I
too
mean,
low.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too low to
To ask
consult,
questions.
yeah.
Because like the only, if I'm not mistaken, the only 2 questions where I actually replied to yes were do you get angry sometimes for like أتفه الأسباب, something like that, like for like the lamest reasons. It does happen to me. And the second thing is, do you have problems sleeping? And I said yes. So those were like.
Oh my god, sleeping. Oh my god.
I think everyone has sleeping for students.
Kind of makes sense. So I guess this is the end of our podcast today. Mariam and Hajar, you guys want to add something
No.
It was interesting knowing where y'all at. Lol.
in your lives?
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy even like, you know.
There we go again.
Continue. Content.
It's crazy how like everyone is like, you know, living their own lives, and then at some point we meet and then we're talking about our pasts, and we were doing this and you were doing that and we were doing that. I just find it crazy.
I mean, it helps people. I mean, compare
Connect.
different. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't alone dying. People were also dying. Yay!
So that concludes our podcast for today. Thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.